Wait, this never cooked. Oh my, nah, Speed, you're done. You might have to go to the hospital, bro.
Yes.
You thought it was just chicken, crispy, golden, harmless comfort on a plate. But what if that $10 combo came with something else? Something that, in just the last 5 years, has sent over 22,000 Americans to the hospital due to foodborne illnesses from poultry, according to the CDC. Have you ever wondered what kind of chicken sparks a knife fight in a drive-through line? What kind of fried dinner leaves 4 children dead and dozens hospitalized because the meat was just a little pink today? Fried chicken is a health gamble, behind smiling mascots and budget meal deals. Some of America's biggest chains are operating with expired oil, moldy prep rooms, undercooked meat, and sauce buckets so filthy they make you question everything. And for millions of Americans on fixed incomes, a $10 mistake can turn into a $10,000 hospital bill. So the question turned from, what's for dinner, to, are you sure it won't poison you? This is the Downturn Report, where the truth gets personal. Today, we will break down 10 fried chicken chains serving far more than you bargained for. Number 1, Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen. If fried chicken were a religion, then Popeye's used to be at Sunday service. The grease was holy, the crunch was gospel, and that $5 box felt like communion for the working class. It wasn't just food, but a therapy you could afford, even when your car was on empty and your back was screaming from a double shift. But now that same box might as well come with a waiver form and a thermometer, because what's getting passed off as bona fide these days is more pink than proud, and more lawsuit than Louisiana. In 2023, hospital beds in 4 states filled with customers who bit into what they thought was dinner and got a bacterial nightmare instead. Undercooked chicken, sometimes raw, sometimes thawed straight into the fryer, left 17 people sick, including a child. And you thought your biggest worry at the drive-thru was forgetting the sauce. Employees have peeled back the crispy surface to show what's really going on. One ex-worker from Missouri described floors so slick with old grease that you needed skates, not shoes. Managers were allegedly told to avoid changing the oil to cut costs, not cholesterol, letting everything from shrimp to lost gloves take a hot bath in the same sludge at a Brooklyn location. A rat was spotted tap dancing over frozen chicken in the freezer. No seasoning can cover that image, and who could forget the chicken sandwich riot of 2019? That wasn't marketing, but a whole mayhem. Fistfights, a stabbing, a national identity crisis, all over a bun, rather than soul-searching. Popeyes embraced the chaos like it was a badge of honor, beefing up security instead of fixing food safety. When you need armed guards for fried chicken, it's time to ask what's really being served. The workers aren't faring better. Lawsuits in Texas, Georgia, and Illinois allege wage theft and unpaid overtime. Staff were scrubbing grease traps off the clock, exhausted and underpaid. If your food tastes like burnout, now you know why. Even the authentic Louisiana flavor is a bit of creative writing. Much of the chicken isn't even cooked on site. It's pre-fried in distant plants, frozen, then shipped out, sometimes in overheated trucks. By the time it hits your plate, it's about as New Orleans as a snowstorm. Number 2, KFC. You used to see that white bucket and feel relief, like, dinner's solved, no peeling potatoes, no greasy pans, no slaving over a stove with a bad back and an aching hip. KFC was a comfort with crispy, warm, and just greasy enough to feel like a southern hug. The Colonel, with his grandfatherly grin, promised trust. But now that bucket doesn't bring comfort, just questions, sharp, uncomfortable ones. Like, what exactly am I eating, and why does it taste like microwaved regret? What KFC hands you in 2025 is a shell of what it once was. Dry, thin, rubbery strips of meat pretending to be the real deal. That's because most of it isn't even cooked on site anymore. According to a leaked franchise memo in 2023, over 60% of US locations now rely on pre-breaded, pre-cooked chicken that's flash-fried and left under heat lamps, sometimes for over an hour and a half. Fresh out the fryer, more like fresh out the warming tray. If you've ever bitten into a wing and thought it tasted like an old dish sponge, now you know why. Flavor forget it. In a Consumer Reports taste test, KFC landed in the bottom 3 for flavor, freshness, and texture, right alongside gas station chicken. What happened a lot, and none of it good, during the pandemic. KFC switched to cheaper overseas suppliers in Thailand and Brazil. USDA oversight doesn't apply the same way overseas, which means you're playing poultry roulette every time you order Southern-style chicken. more like imported mystery meat in a southern accent. But things really go south when you look into KFC's ethical trail. In 2019, a PETA investigation found chicken stomped, kicked, and boiled alive at supplier farms. After some fake apologies and a PR detox, KFC quietly went back to doing business with them. That's not family values. That's willful ignorance in a white suit. Hygiene, don't bet on it. Health inspection reports from 2021 to 2024 found roaches near fryers, rodent droppings in storage, and blood-stained prep tables in Phoenix. One woman filmed a maggot-infested sandwich she claimed was just 30 minutes old. KFC denied it. Of course, but the health department shut the store down within 2 days. So, what do you think? Meanwhile, prices keep climbing. Since 2020, combo meals are up more than 35%. But the chicken, it's smaller, sadder, and suspiciously pigeon-sized. You're paying more for less and chewing on the difference. Tired of the bait and switch? Try El Pollo Loco instead. It's grilled, not fried, but it's cooked fresh in real kitchens, with real seasoning, and no secret heat lamps involved. It's not nostalgia, just actual food. KFC wears the Colonel's smile, but behind that mustache is a global corporation selling reheated disappointment in a red bucket. And if you still think it's finger-licking good, you haven't been paying attention. Number 3, Checkers and Rallies. You pull up to a Checkers or Rallies, depending on what zip code you're in, and it almost feels like you've discovered a secret. 2 drive-through lanes, neon signs, no dining room in sight, just fast food stripped down to its greasy, glorious core. It whispers, "We're cheap, we're fast, we're bold, but dig a little deeper." And that whisper turns into a warning. Because what's inside that fried chicken box isn't just mystery meat. It's a full-blown health hazard dressed up like a snack. Let's talk about the chicken, or rather, the stuff pretending to be chicken. A 2023 supplier audit obtained by Eat Safe Now revealed that Checkers leans heavily on what's called mechanically separated poultry, a meat slurry made of pulverized bones, cartilage, connective tissue, and fat, molded into chunks, flash-fried, and frozen. You know who else uses this mix? Industrial pet food factories and prisons. Some batches reportedly contain over 22% connective tissue. That spicy bite you're chewing could be tendon paste in a crispy tuxedo, but texture is the least of your worries. In 2022, the CDC investigated a salmonella outbreak tied to Checkers and Rallies across Georgia, Florida, and South Carolina. The culprit chicken nuggets stored at unsafe temperatures and fried in broken equipment. Instead of pulling the products or retraining staff, Checkers dropped a lifeless press release and kept the drive-thru humming, as if food poisoning was just a side effect of speed. Step into their kitchens if you dare. And it only gets worse. Former staff on Reddit and Glassdoor describe reused frying oil left in machines until it foams like swamp water. In one Texas video, an employee pulls out a moldy green chicken patty. Management's advice, fry it longer. Heat kills everything. Sure, so does poison. Cleanliness legendary for all the wrong reasons. Health inspectors in over 40 locations found raw chicken stored next to sandwich buns, bathrooms that looked like scenes from a horror movie, and kitchen floors coated in what one inspector called a greasy, blood-slick mess in Cleveland. One report warned of imminent injury due to slippery conditions. Imagine slipping in chicken fat while reaching for a nugget. That's the Checkers experience. Even worse is the business model. Checkers franchises aggressively in low-income, underserved neighborhoods, offering what looks like opportunity, but behind the scenes, it's exploitation. In 2021, multiple franchisees sued the company for predatory contracts and lack of training. It's the fast food version of bait-and-switch economics, offering jobs and meals, then cutting corners and dodging responsibility. So what do you do if your budget says fast food, but your gut says maybe not listeria tonight, try Huey Magoo's? This southeastern chain serves whole muscle tenders, hand-breaded daily, with kitchens you can actually look into. Ingredients are labeled, oil is filtered, and mystery meat is off the menu. You still get crispy, crave-worthy chicken, just without the fear factor. Checkers sold the promise of speed, but when that speed is built on spoiled oil, sketchy meat, and silence from corporate, it's not fast food anymore, it's fast danger. Number 4, Wingstop. Wingstop walks like a heavyweight champ but fights like a soggy nugget, with celebrity endorsements, neon-lit ads, and that slick lemon pepper branding. Wingstop sells itself as the king of craveable wings, to working-class families scraping together a treat on a Friday night. Wingstop feels like an upgrade with bolder flavors, bigger attitude, and just enough flash to feel worth it. But peel back that paper-lined box, and what you're holding isn't indulgence. It's a science experiment gone sideways. Start with the meat, if you can call it that. A 2022 investigation by Global Food Watch found that many Wingstop franchises source chicken from industrial suppliers in Brazil and Mexico. The wings are injected with brine, up to 18% saline solution, to make them seem plumper than they are. What you're tasting isn't juicy chicken, just a salty illusion. That tenderness, just a water balloon in disguise. And what happens after those wings hit us? Soil might be worse. In Texas. One Wingstop location racked up $42,000 in fines for cross-contamination offenses. Raw chicken handled with the same gloves used on your fries. Uncovered poultry chilling next to trash bins. Sauces reused after sitting out overnight like forgotten party dips. One whistleblower said leftovers were simply resauced and resold as fresh orders. Translation: yesterday's wings, dressed in new lies, from 2021 to 2024. Complaints to the Better Business Bureau about Wingstop's chicken exploded by more than 190%. Customers reported bone-in wings with slime, raw centers, and sour smells. One Michigan woman posted a viral video of biting into a lemon pepper wing, only to discover a wriggling maggot under the breading. Wingstop responded with a vague shrug and blamed a rogue supplier. Social media gave them a new nickname, Wormstop. But this isn't just about bad food, it's a whole broken system. Former franchisees in Ohio and Florida described relentless pressure to cut corners. Oil filtration dropped from once a day to once every 3. Fryers running on fumes and sludge. Managers instructed to ignore weird smells just to keep orders moving. It's like a chicken-themed horror movie set in your neighborhood takeout joint. And the kicker, you're paying through the nose for this. Since 2020, Wingstop's prices have jumped nearly 40%. Smaller wings, bigger bills, same moldy sauce tubs. At this point, it's not even fast food, it's gambling with a dipping sauce. Craving real wings without the microbial lottery head to slim chickens. This rising chain sticks to fresh. Never frozen tenders and wings. Cooked to order in spotless kitchens with daily oil changes and transparent ingredient sourcing. Real food, real flavor, no insect cameos. Wingstop sells the sizzle. But behind the curtain, it's a slow-rotting mess hiding behind celebrity tweets and sodium mist. Your stomach and your wallet deserve better. Number 5, Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box has always felt like the fast food wildcard. The diner that couldn't decide if it wanted to be a taco stand, a breakfast shack, a noodle joint, or a chicken shop. And for the night shift worker driving home at 2 a.m., or the retiree stretching every dollar of Social Security, that bizarre, anything goes menu was oddly comforting. It was hot, it was cheap, and it didn't judge. But while Jack's clown face might grin from the drive-through speaker, the joke's on us. Because what's coming out of that kitchen is less value meal and more health hazard with a side of denial. Let's rewind. In 1993, Jack in the Box became a national headline for all the wrong reasons. An E. coli outbreak from undercooked burgers killed 4 children and sickened over 700 people. At the root of it, corporate policy that prioritized visual checks over thermometer readings, letting meat slide under USDA temperature requirements. That disaster was supposed to change everything, but according to recent whistleblowers and employee testimonials, Jack never really cleaned the house, especially when it comes to chicken. Workers from Arizona, Texas, and Nevada say pre-cooked chicken patties are left under heat lamps for hours, then dunked into fryers again during rushes to fake freshness. One employee confessed, "If the bread starts falling off, just drown it in sauce and hope no one looks too close." Another shared photos of moldy, expired chicken being scraped clean and tossed into the fryer like nothing happened. It's not Southern hospitality, it's reheated rot in a sesame bun, and the kitchen conditions straight out of a horror flick. In 2022, a Los Angeles store got shut down after inspectors found cockroaches nesting inside fryer units and chicken bags stored directly on the floor. A Denver whistleblower claimed managers ignored fryer alerts warning of unsafe oil temps, meaning your chicken may not even be fully cooked. It's roulette with a crunchy crust. Then there's the chicken itself. A fast food transparency network report revealed much of Jack's poultry comes from plants in Thailand and Argentina, where it's treated with brine and polyphosphates to pad the weight and fake juiciness. The result: rubbery texture, oil-logged bites, and sodium levels that'd make your blood pressure cry uncle. For older adults with heart or kidney conditions, this isn't just a bad meal, just a ticking time bomb. Oh, and don't think you're getting a deal. That 3-piece combo that cost under $6 in 2020, now it's over $9.50. And it often comes with smaller portions, soggy breading, and sauces so watery they feel like flavored regret. In 2023, a customer filmed himself nearly choking on a bone shard buried in a chicken sandwich. Jack's response: a generic apology and a coupon. That's not accountability, it's hush money in a ketchup packet. Want out of this game? Try PDQ. It stands for people dedicated to quality, and they mean it. No gimmicks, no clown mascots, just fresh, hand-breaded chicken made to order in spotless kitchens. PDQ doesn't try to be everything, they just try to be good at something. Jack in the Box once offered late-night freedom. Now, it's just a greasy graveyard of expired shortcuts and safety violations, and no amount of ranch can cover that stench. Number 6. Zaxby's. Zaxby's has long sold itself as the fried chicken joint with soul. Mason jars, cozy lighting, and promises of chicken fingers done right gave older customers a sense of comfort, a taste of the South without the factory feel. But behind the country charm and crispy nostalgia lies a rotting truth: Zaxby's is no longer what it claims to be. A 2023 investigation by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution exposed widespread use of frozen imported chicken, mislabeled as fresh. One Alabama location served poultry from Chile that had been thawed and refrozen repeatedly, increasing the risk of listeria, a serious threat to older or immune-compromised people. So much for never frozen. Insiders describe corners being cut at every turn, in Georgia and Mississippi. Workers say leftover chicken was rebreaded and refried the next day. One Tennessee employee recalled raw meat sitting for over an hour in sweltering prep rooms. He called it a salmonella spa. Even the beloved Zax sauce isn't safe. Health inspections between 2021 and 2023 found it left uncovered, stored at unsafe temperatures, and shockingly reused from returned meals. One whistleblower in South Carolina said managers told staff to dump returned sauce back into the communal tub. Read that again, then gag. In 2022, a lawsuit from a former franchise owner revealed corporate emails mocking older customers, saying, "They can't tell the difference if you fry it hard enough. That's not just disrespectful, that's dangerous." Labor complaints tell a similar story: staff denied breaks, forced to work in overheated kitchens, and paid below legal wages. One Arkansas worker suffered heat stroke mid-shift with no first aid in sight. And in late 2023, a CDC bulletin confirmed a Campylobacter outbreak tied to undercooked chicken at 2 Florida stores, served during a senior discount promo. Looking for Southern comfort without the bacterial roulette? Try Bush's chicken instead. Zaxby's may talk sweet, but what it's serving behind the counter, that's a health crisis with a Southern accent. Number 7. Church's Texas Chicken. Church's used to be the kind of place that felt like Sunday dinner in a paper box. Simple, honest, and full of flavor that reminded older folks of family tables and front porches. But today's Church's, it's less Southern charm, more deep-fried disaster waiting to happen. Let's start with the chicken. Church's boasts about hand-battered, hand-cooked food, but most of it comes pre-treated in phosphate brines from centralized suppliers. According to a 2023 Food Chain Truth Report, these phosphates may enhance texture, but the USDA warns they can cause kidney strain and raise blood pressure, especially risky for seniors. And then there's how it's handled. From 2021 to 2024, over 50 Church's locations failed surprise inspections. Issues range from fridges stuck at 52 degrees to roach infestations and prep counters coated in raw chicken residue. In Louisiana, one customer posted a photo of chicken so green under the breading it looked radioactive. The store's excuse: bad lighting. Worse, Church's suffers from severe understaffing. Multiple whistleblowers revealed that new hires are trained for just 1 hour before being put on fryers. No certifications, no clue about safe temperatures. In 2022, a salmonella outbreak in Mississippi linked to Church's sickened 43 people, mostly over 60, due to cross-contamination on shared prep surfaces. even when not dangerous. The food often disappoints. Tenders arrive dry, burnt, or dripping so much oil they soak through bags. A 2023 TikTok showed oil gushing out of a fried breast like a faucet. One viewer wrote, "That ain't chicken, it's a crispy oil balloon." Add in labor violations, no breaks, no overtime, no AC, and it's clear Churches is cutting corners at every level. Number 8, Bojangles. Bojangles struts like it's the king of Southern comfort, with biscuits that flake and chicken that crunch. For older folks across the Southeast, it's long been a shortcut to home-cooked nostalgia fried, sweet, and fast. But lately, that comfort comes with a catch. And what's under that crispy skin isn't just disappointing, it's downright alarming, despite its fresh every 20 minutes claim. Many Bojangles locations keep chicken under heat lamps for over 90 minutes. A 2023 expose by Southern Food Monitor revealed that workers regularly refry leftovers from the morning to serve during the evening rush. The result, chicken that sweats grease, dries out, and teeters on the edge of food safety. In 2022, a norovirus outbreak in Georgia was traced to a Bojangles employee forced to work while vomiting. That same year, 3 Tennessee stores were shut down after cockroaches were found crawling inside fryer equipment. Yes, where your chicken's supposed to be cooking. Things only get worse. A class action lawsuit filed in 2023 alleges Bojangles imported frozen chicken parts treated with banned preservatives like sodium erythorbate and potassium lactate chemicals linked to digestive trouble and elevated heart risk. Seniors beware, this isn't just about taste, it's about your health. And the biscuits, far from fresh baked. Leaked footage from a Virginia store showed racks of dry, dusty biscuits sitting out for hours. That warm smell, often artificial spray, not a sign of baking. Add to that a massive 2021 labor walkout, with workers protesting unsafe kitchens, stolen wages, and retaliation, when workers are treated like disposable parts. Food safety is always the first thing to fall apart. Want real comfort food? Try the Crack Shack. Bojangles may serve it with a smile, but what's behind the counter? Not something you want near your plate. Number 9, Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's keeps things simple, just chicken fingers, fries, toast, slaw, and that mysterious sauce they guard like a national secret. For older Americans wanting predictable meals without frills. That simplicity felt like a safe bet. No gimmicks, no weird combos, just chicken. But behind the minimalism lies a mess of shortcuts, hidden processes, and rising prices that deserve a closer look. Take their fresh, never frozen claim. Sounds good, right? But according to a 2023 report from the Restaurant Integrity Project, Cane's chicken is pre-brined in vats of saline and preservatives, mechanically tenderized, vacuum sealed, and shipped in bulk. It may not be frozen, but it's far from fresh. Franchise workers just rip open bags, dredge the strips, and fry. It's factory food with a fresh face. Health inspection records tell a grim story. In 2022, 6 Cane's locations in Louisiana and Texas failed surprise inspections. Violations included mold in ice machines, raw chicken stored above cooked food, and fryers coated in sludge. One Arkansas location held chicken in unsafe temps for over 2 hours, perfect for bacteria to throw a party. Inside the kitchen, speed is king. Former employees say they were trained to push out full orders in under 3 minutes, even if the chicken wasn't fully done. Need to fix it fast. Drop it back in oil for 30 seconds and hope no one notices. Sauce sits out for hours. Surfaces go days without proper sanitizing. Even Cane's One Love slogan hides a lack of transparency. Most locations don't disclose ingredients or allergens. MSG, soybean oil, artificial flavors. You'll find them, but only if you dig. Prices up over 50% since 2020 while portions shrink. That $11 combo isn't just costing more, it's telling you less. Want honesty with your meal? Try Super Chicks. Cane's may claim less is more, but in their case, less truth is the real problem. Number 10, Jollibee. Jollibee may dress itself in cheer red bee mascot, playful menus, and spaghetti next to fried chicken, but don't let the cartoon fool you. Behind the smiles and bright colors hides a chain moving too fast, cutting corners, and quietly risking the health of those who can least afford it. Their signature chicken joy might look golden, but how it gets there is another story. A 2023 leaked audit revealed some US Jollibee locations using the same fryer oil for up to 6 days, twice the safety limit. That's not just lazy, it's dangerous. Overused oil breaks down into oxidized fats, which can cause stomach trouble and long-term inflammation, especially in older adults. And that famous chicken, it's not fully prepped in store. Most of it is partially cooked off-site, then frozen and shipped in bulk. In 2022, a San Francisco location served improperly thawed chicken, causing food poisoning in 12 people, 4 of them seniors. The confirmed culprit, Clostridium perfringens, a bacterium that thrives when food sits too long in unsafe temperatures. Cleanliness isn't much better. Health inspectors have flagged raw chicken thawing in dirty sinks, grease-stained cutting boards, and staff skipping hand washing. One New Jersey worker claimed dropped chicken was rinsed and refried on manager orders. That same store was cited for roaches and bad smells coming from storage rooms. Even the ingredients are a guessing game. Jollibee hides its nutrition data behind hard-to-read foreign websites. Chicken Joy batter contains MSG and sodium phosphates additives known to trigger heart issues and migraines, with 0 in-store warning. Labor practices equally troubling. Some workers report 12-hour shifts without overtime, under-the-table pay, and rush training. One HR memo even stated, "Volume over protocol, want safer, more honest fried chicken, try Golden Chick." Jollibee might smile big, but when it comes to your health, joy shouldn't come with a side of bacteria. The next time fried chicken calls your name, pause, then look closer. Behind the crispy coating and clever slogans, some chains are quietly serving shortcuts, bacteria, and betrayal. Your health is not a side dish. It deserves truth, not tricks. So ask yourself, is that dollar deal worth the doctor bill? If this video opened your eyes, subscribe for more hard truths on the food you trust, because what you don't know can hurt you, and we're here to make sure it doesn't.